Oh my God, everything.
They're scared.
I told people,
And as they said,
we have way more water than we, and he's saying it, and 10 to 11 million.
he said we're not going to take it
And,
out. And he said, but they would call it radiation.
good thing they
Council meeting of 10.
everything is escalated in that sense. It'd be 30% more.
How big was your
That's really what we're looking for, is all the infrastructure, that's how much it costs, especially when you're talking about the aging. I'm gonna get rid of
PSA number is 7.
all at one time. They should have done it. All the way to the saw.
Keep it black out on mine.
There's a second level, and it's the something that was 13.5. I got a feeling. I actually have been feeling it great. I got a feeling something's going on there.
Get it done now.
Call the meeting to order. Oh, please rise. I know you guys did this before, but we're going to do it again. I ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Brennan.
Here.
Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman Begley. Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
We have a quorum. Special presentation tonight. Earlier tonight, at about 5 o'clock, we had a nice dinner over at Lake Catherine for our annual Mayor for a Day program. This is an event every year since 1977 that's been run by the Palos Heights Women's Club. It's a great event. Many of our youth throughout the junior highs and grammar schools in town here have gone through this, and actually Shannon, I understand, was a city clerk one time and mayor for a day. So that's
Sure was.
then she grew up to be a real city clerk. So see what can happen, girl. You know, guys and girls, right?
Do you remember what she asked for?
Yeah, what did you write on your
I'm pretty certain I asked for sidewalks and streetlights.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. to
Yeah,
everyone.
But it's a great program. I want to thank the Women's Club for their efforts every year. It's been, I know over the years you change membership, but all throughout those years you still come back and have your Mayor for a Day program, and it's great. And I want to thank Ashley, my assistant, for all the work she does with it, lining up for all the people that are here tonight, and the food over at Lake Catherine. And before this meeting, we had what's called a mock city council meeting, where the individual students got to sit in a seat as an alderman or one of the other officials up here, and went through a meeting. Had some fun. It was great. The kids did a great job. Young adults did a great job. I'm sorry, and your credit to your parents and what you guys in your schools and what you've done. So I think it's just I can't say enough about the youth of our country is in good hands. I think so. If you guys grow up someday and you want to become an elected official, think about it a couple of minutes before you decide that. But then, but I think you make the right choice and want to do it. So I do have some certificates here. And I believe every one of you who were up here earlier got a blue bag courtesy of the police department. It's got a lot of swag from the police department and stuff like that. Chief Tchaikovsky's over there in the corner hiding, but he wants to thank you guys for all your efforts. And I know we gave you some other little things just to mark the day. But I'm going to come up here and read your name, and if you come up and get your certificate. And again, thank you for you individuals for participating in the event, and parents for putting up with having to help them write to things in some cases, maybe, and for being there for the dinner tonight. It was a nice event, with pizza and the like. So bear with me as we read through these, and we'll go through it. First, acting as a mayor was River Valinia. Did a great job. Super job. Very good. As the city clerk, Alexandra Fackel. As a city treasurer, Dylan Pohaska. Kept all that money in line there? Very good. Dylan, nice job. City attorney, I understand he wants to be an attorney. I don't know about that, but Daniel Daly. Very good. As the alderman, we've got Jimmy Hughes. Great job, Jimmy. Very good. Sure. Good job. Shane Devine, I know couldn't be here, but he was also an alderman, so put it there. Olivia Casimir was an alderman. Great. Good job. Isabella Moscarda. I probably screwed it up. I'm sorry. Very good. Good job. Thank you very much. Good job. Alyssa Pohaska also was an alderman. There you go. Very good. Evan Cantus was an alderman. Very good. Anika Robarts, is that right? Was an alderman. There you go. Thanks a lot. And let's see, Kareem Tuo, the alderman. I screwed it up too. Close enough. You know who it is. All right, Kareem, good job, buddy. Okay. Guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. You guys did a super job. You're a credit to your families. So again, and don't be strangers. Come by if you guys need something. Show up here at City Hall or the rec programs. We got a lot of things going on for young people in this town, and take advantage of it. Okay, enjoy it. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thank you.
Mayor, can I make a comment? Sure. I'd just like to let everybody know that, in my opinion, those 12 reports were among the best we've ever had. And I'm very honest about it. Not just, I don't say this every year. Those were outstanding.
Thank you.
You represented your schools very well.
12 mayors.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Future Congress people.
Biggest crowd of the year.
Give a little time to clear out here.
What about the real business?
The only time we have a
Who
crowd.
cares? Fake stuff, they all show up. People still they leave.
He's left.
Must be a schoolmate.
Yeah. All right, on the consent calendar tonight, we've got a couple of things. We need approval of the minutes of the city council meeting from October 1st, 2024. The approval of the payroll and voucher list for the period ending October 11th, 2024. The approval of a proclamation for National Friends of the Library Week. And also the approval of a proclamation for Mayor for a Day in 2024. With that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I'll second.
Moved by Alderman McGovern, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
That passes. I'll take time read the proclamation from the National Friends of the Library Week. Whereas Friends of the Palos Heights Public Library raise money and enable our libraries to move from good to great, providing resources for additional programming, much needed equipment, support for children's reading programs and special events throughout the year. And whereas the work of the Friends highlights on an ongoing basis the fact that our library is a cornerstone of our community, providing opportunities for all to engage in the joy of lifelong learning and connect with the thoughts and ideas of others from ages past and present. And whereas the Friends understand the critical importance of well-funded libraries and advocate to ensure that our library gets the resources it needs to provide a wide variety of services to all libraries and ages, including access to print and electronic materials, along with expert assistance in research, readers advocacy, advisory, and children's services. And whereas the Friends gift their time and their commitment to libraries set an example for how all volunteerism leads to positive civic engagement and betterment of our community. Now, therefore, I, Robert Strauss, in the city of Palos Heights, do hereby proclaim October 20th to 26th, 2024, as Friends of the Library Week in Palos Heights, Illinois, and urge everyone to join the Friends of the Library and thank them for all the good work they do to make our library and community so much better. So I've got some people here from the library, understand? Pass this on to them. Sure, you say a word. Say one word. No, just many words.
Okay, I'm standing in for Bill Poor, who's the president and has been the president forever and has done a lot of work for the library. So I just wanted to thank you on his behalf and on mine.
I want to also mention that it is the 40th anniversary of the Friends of the Library, so we've been in existence for 40 years. If you'd like to join, we'd love to have you come out and be part of it. We're a really nice group of people, and we do good things for the library.
And on the last day, we're going to have ice cream for all of you for a little ice cream social. So be sure to look at the schedule and come out and join us.
What kind? Okay. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it. All right, tonight we've got some bid openings for the 250,000 gallon spheroid. Is that right? Spheroid. Misty Meadows overcoat. It's painting a water tower, right? That's kind of what I thought. Okay.
Okay. The first one's from Seven Brothers Painting, Inc. Base bid amount is in $373,100. Second one is from Newman Co. Contractors, Inc. The base bid amount is $701,600. The third is from Air Valdivia Contractors, Inc. Bond amount 10%. Bid amount is $380,800. LC United Painting is next. Bid bond $490,000. Jetco Ltd. %, bid amount $499,200. The last one is T Corp Inc. $10 bid amount, $456,000, $456,500. No more bids to report, Mr. Mayor.
Do we need a motion for that to go to water and sewer? Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Okay. Adam, you're in charge. Thank you, sir. Okay, under my report, nothing really. I think we had enough to me talking tonight already, so let's go with the city clerk. Anything?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report tonight.
City treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report.
City attorney?
No report, no report.
Yes, sir, twice. Communications, anyone?
I have something,
Yes,
Mayor.
Alderman Key?
I want to make some comments based on the correspondence I've been receiving from folks actually all through town. It's not just from my ward, but I'm in my 14th year as an alderman, and I'm very proud of serving the residents of Palos Heights. The city has a wonderful staff of members who also work diligently on behalf of our residents. For this reason, I've never spoken unfavorably about what happens inside the walls of City Hall. However, when it comes to how we have been handling the crisis of getting roof permits out to vendors, we are failing our residents. Do we want to hazard a guess as to when the storm was that damaged our roofs? May 7th, 2:30 in the afternoon. That was 5 months ago. In the ensuing weeks, hundreds of permit requests were filed. Immediately, we saw a 3-week delay because of the volume of requests. Very shortly, that jumped to 8 weeks, where it still stays. We have made comments here at city council meetings. I have personally made comments about this at Finance Committee. I have spoken to both the staff and the department head about this, and nothing has changed. I've heard all the excuses as to why it takes so long. Other than the fact that there are a lot of applications, the rest of the excuses are lame at best, in my opinion. Nothing has changed. We are still processing applications from early August. That means some applications, if we keep on down that road, won't get processed until December. I wonder if it's going to snow between now and then. We are failing our residents. There will always be crisis situations, and we have the resources to meet those needs. However, in this case, after 161 days, we have demonstrated a failure to adapt to the crisis. It is insanity to continue to act and work on these permits in the same way, expecting it to somehow shorten the process. We can do a better job. We have to do a better job. Almost every day, I get an email from the same resident, and he tells me the same thing. Winter is coming. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Any other communications?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayor. I just wanted to congratulate Adam and Public Works and his staff. They do a great job. A couple of times during the last month, we had notifications or calls. One of them was over east of Harlem on 71st. There was some road work that was going to be done. Unfortunately, weather changed. The guys had to roll out and get back to the yard, and it got a little messy. They called up on it. I contacted Adam. Adam and his crew fixed it like within a day or so. Thanks, Adam. And then secondly, one of those storms that didn't have the hail in it, but it was pretty windy, blew down some of the street signs in the 4th Ward. I happened to be out to dinner, and it was laying on the street when I tried to get back to my house, and I picked it up, called Adam on a Friday night at like, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock, and he had it picked up and set up and fixed by Monday. Good job, Adam. So that's the end of those two remarks.
Any other? Okay. Citizens wishing to address the council? Anyone? Anything tonight? If, yes.
I'm not a citizen, I'm sorry. I was something else. I'll wait. Sorry.
Okay. Well, this is your own time to speak.
Oh, I can't. Okay, well, if I can, real quick. My name is Joseph Cordero.
just-
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry.
He's going to pitch about this. He's going to pitch about Misty Meadows Tower.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Cordero. I wasn't prepared because usually when we go to bid openings, it's not so late in the evening at a city council meeting. I would have been more prepared, so forgive me. I just want to go back to the bid openings that you guys had spoken about. I believe a colleague of mine, Daniel Hernandez, has sent emails regarding Seven Brothers and LC United to the trustees and the staff along as well with the village. Right now, Illinois is at 5.3% for unemployment rate. And right now, the Illinois Preference Act should be taking place, meaning that all of Illinois work should be done by Illinois workers. Seven Brothers is an out-of-state contractor. We've been dealing with Seven Brothers and LC United for quite a long time. One case and example is LaGrange Water Tower. Years ago, I believe it was back in 2021 or 22, we urged the board not to accept Seven Brothers. The Illinois Preference Act was at hand. It was about, I believe, at maybe 11% unemployment rate. It was pretty high because during the pandemic. We have an extensive research report that was emailed to everyone. I also have a hard copy as well, explaining why you guys should not deal with LC United. On top of them having major Illinois Department of violations against them right now, and I know the IDOL is backed up with a lot of things that was going on due to the Ronner campaign, but right now a lot of stuff has been held back, and right now LC United and Seven Brothers should be debarred from working in Illinois, but which they are not. They are doing a job out in Frankfurt right now. The job in LaGrange that they have done, typically a paint job should last about between 25, 15 years, right? The job that they did in LaGrange, they did a year inspection, KLM did the inspection, and we were informed that the paint failure completely failed in the inside of the tank. The reason why I urge you guys to throw them out is, one, let's keep the jobs local here in Illinois, and two, why go out and let's say, because I read the bids, Seven Brothers is the lowest, but I urge you not to just go on just the bottom dollar. Your constituents are at hand, and I just want to, tell the constituents and also the board to please, let's do it locally, let's do it right. I do have my cards here available as well. I do have just a couple of them that are hard copied as well. I do have the handbill of what we were passed out to the constituents in Frankfurt. We tried to talk with Frankfurt, fell on deaf ears, so now we're hitting the constituents, letting them know in the neighborhoods what's going on. And I just urge you guys, please, with Seven Brothers and LC United, throw out those bids. Seven Brothers also has, not on top of that, the violations led up to at least $65,000 with the IDOL and back wages. Some of the things that they have here is also involving with racketeering as well. The list goes on and on. I hope that you guys received the email. If not, I can leave my card. We can discuss this as further matters, but I urge you, the city here in Palos, I don't live too far here. I'm in Blue Island myself, not too far, but I urge you, your constituents are at stake here. Don't let happen here what happened in LaGrange. And if you need any more information, I'd be more than happy to give you, some help. But again, that is why I am here. So I appreciate your time.
So for the record, you said your name is?
My name is Joseph Cordero. They call me Joe, and I'm an organizer with Painters District Council 14. I got about 15 years in the painting trade, and we just want to go around. We've been focusing a lot on municipality work, public works, because sometimes, the municipalities, they don't know what's going on or what they're getting, and we want to let you guys inform you guys what's going to happen with these guys. And we've done it with LaGrange. We had to go out and we've done documenting the whole job. Just with Seven Brothers and LC United, it's just not the right way to go for your township. So I appreciate.
Thank you for your input, and our staff will do our due diligence.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Mr. Guerrero, thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Yeah. No, thank you for hearing me.
And
out.
we
I
did
appreciate-
get the email.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your time,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you. All right, anything else? Finance Committee?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, actually, no specific things on the agenda this evening. However, I just wanted to mention that we are in the process of gathering budgets between all the department heads and the aldermen who represent each of the departments. They're basically, and I've had some meetings with David, the city manager, and, we're going to look at the first set of drafts. As always, everybody will get a second round probably to look at it, and so we can get it in appropriately on time. And, we've looked at one or two already independently, and there'll probably be some changes, but I think that between the city department heads and each of the aldermen who are, especially on the ones that have the bigger budgets, there's a lot of stuff going on because of budgets, of salaries and expenses. So, take a hard look at it, and it'll make the process go a lot quicker when it gets to finance. That's the end of my report.
Public Safety, Alderman Basso?
Oh, yes, Mayor, I have no items on the agenda, but I'd like to make a couple of comments this evening. Number one is regarding scams, again. And I just want to make you aware that the Consumer Fraud Division of the federal government has now determined that email is the top number one way of people being scammed, according to the numbers. Obviously, a scammer can hit a lot more targets in a lot less time. And I know you read in the newspaper recently, this similar scam, a same scam. A man in Worth was scammed out of $29,000 just for hitting a button on a scam email. This week, my wife received an email addressed from BOA. Your ATM card is currently suspended. Please call the fraud department, and they give a phone number to verify. Reply. So my wife called up Bank of America instead of the number that's published on here, and reassured herself that that was indeed a scam phone number. So, but as soon as you hit that phone number, evidently that sets off the trigger, and you're in trouble. Also, I'd like to mention the great job that our police department does, and many of us are probably not aware of the dozens of activities and programs that police department participates in on a daily basis. And most recently, I'm sure we read about the incident where a resident's bicycle was stolen, and that was his main means of transportation, obviously. And the police department, above and beyond the call of duty, set the wheels in motion to have that bicycle replaced. So I'd like to commend the police department for doing that for our citizens, and I also believe that Richard Schwinn is responsible for donating that bicycle. So not only did they take the initiative to do that, but they also apprehended the thief and recovered a bicycle. So accolades to our police department. Congratulations.
That's it?
Yes, that's the end of my report.
Municipal grounds and property, Alderman Begley's, there's
No
nothing
report,
tonight,
Mr. Mayor.
she's not here. Planning and zoning, Alderman McGovern?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Key?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve payment number 2 to Simpson Construction in the amount of $163,559.70 for work completed for the pool improvement project.
Moved by Alderman Key, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Basso. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso. Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
And then I'd like to make a motion to approve payment in the amount of $7,138.78 for inclusion services for summer camp and programs in the Southwest Special Recreation Association that we all know as SWISRO.
Moved by Alderman Key.
Second.
Second by Alderman McGrogan. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Roads and construction, Alderman Clifford's not here. Alderman Basso, you got it?
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Item number 9 on the agenda, motion to approve payment to Country Landscape and Supply Incorporated for the 70th Court restoration in the amount of $28,591.91.
23,000.
23.
23,000.
And I said
28.
23,000 is a better number.
Okay, at 23. Moved by Alderman Basso, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Item number 10, motion to approve payment to Country Landscape and Supply Incorporated for restoration of work due to the storm sewer and culvert installation at 12412 South Richard in the amount of $11,741.89.
Moved by Alderman Basso, second by Alderman McGovern. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Item number 11, motion to adopt the update of the Cook County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Moved by Alderman Basso.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Key. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman, McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Item number 12, motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance amending the city code section S252-39. And that has to do with sump pump discharge water.
Moved by Alderman Basso. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan.
Discussion?
Sure.
Yeah. Just to correct you, I apologize, but it was 52.39.
Okay,
Got it.
stand corrected.
With that correction, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Number 13, motion to approve the bike path resurface east of Memorial Park with seal right asphalt maintenance in the amount of $18,700.
Moved by Alderman Basso. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Aye.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Item number 14, motion to approve the removal and replacement of the sidewalk at various locations in the city with Crest and Sons Cement in the amount of $8,250.
Moved by Alderman Basso.
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Item 15, motion to approve payment to Morris Engineering for engineering services for various projects throughout the city in the amount of $21,052.88.
Moved by Alderman Basso. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye, and that's the end of the
All
report.
right, thank you. License permits, franchises, Alderman Lewandowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report this evening. However, I would like to address some of the comments made by my fellow aldermen earlier this evening. Just for the public's edification, last year in 2023, there were 720 total permits issued for the city. This year, year-to-date through October 3rd, there's been 1,999 permits issued. So we're on pace to exceed 3 times the number of permits. The staff in our building department is really, all they do is administer the city code, which we pass here in these chambers. They don't have any discretion whether or not it's a roof or brand-new commercial construction. They have to stay by their process. And unfortunately, with the hailstorm, many of our residents were solicited by roofers, and insurance companies are paying for those roofs that are damages. So everybody it was a bottleneck, and everybody kind of came in at the same time with the same damage. The best that we can do is treat everybody the same. That means that when you submit your application for a permit, we do not move people up because of who they know or who they are in the line. You submit it on this day, whenever that day gets processed. What we can do at this city in these chambers is perhaps take a look at the city code to expedite some of these processes, like roofs, for instance. But unfortunately, the staff in the building department, which has endured many of our residents' frustrations, and understandably so, but on a daily basis, they are bombarded by calls and visits complaining about the process, but it kind of falls on us if we want to expedite those processes. The code exists to protect the residents, to make sure that to keep out unscrupulous contractors, to keep them accountable, so that they, for instance, on roofs, that they have the appropriate ice and water shield to protect these houses in our community. So there's a reason why we have such a diligent code, and there's a reason why that our building department enforces it. And it's incredibly frustrating when everybody's enduring the same thing at the same time. But I just wanted to say that our building department is doing the best they can, and perhaps we can take a look at something to expedite some of these permits that are the same, such as roofs.
Well said.
Mr.
And
Mayor?
another thing we
Uh,
may want to,
go ahead.
we may want to look at, and I've talked to our staff about this, is look at upgrading the automation side of it too.
Yes, sir.
For, you know.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I think, had it ahead of me if he wants. I mean, I just was going to mention the other thing that Alderman Lewandowski didn't mention, because we've all been talking about it, is that they have added a additional staff member at the front desk and also to handle calls. I mean, it's not like that we're looking astray at this. This is definitely a big issue. I mean, I myself was impacted on that May 7th. I still haven't gotten a permit. Secondly, they also have an additional inspector helping Frank and the team look at the roofs and everything. And we've actually had some discussions with David and Frank to say, hey, if you think that there's somebody out there to help, you know, the city will, because we're making a lot of extra money here on these permits. But, you know, as Brent pointed out, we're going to have double the number of permits for the year, so we're making a lot of money. We could spend some of that money if we have to, if we can find a person. The problem is, we're not the only suburb, you know, I mean, wherever you go, if it's Orland Park or Crestwood, I mean, it was a big storm. And so everybody, almost, whenever, and if you walk around, I walk every day, there's at least 3 or 4 houses every day getting new roofs on like a 2-mile walk that I take. So it's not just us. Orland Park is like 3 to 6 months behind. Not that misery loves company, but there's only so many hours in the day. So that's all I have to say.
I was going to add, I agree with everything Alderman,
Lewandowski.
my thoughts are going faster through my head than my mouth.
That's okay.
But I agree that we have a process. The process is flawed, and I'll give you an example. 2 subdivisions in my ward had roofs done in the spring. Westgate Valley Townhomes, let's use that as an example. They did 7 roofs by the same company, Expert Roofing. So now they're coming to do 2 more. This has nothing to do with hail. This has nothing to do with insurance policies. They come in for new roofs, same property, same roof, same company, process it fast. There's no reason to put that on the bottom and go, we're going to wait 2 months. And I'll tell you why. Because these contractors, I'm not talking about the ones with the insurance, but these other contracts, we are in an inflation cycle that is killing us. And the roofs have gone in that subdivision from $58,000 to $75,000 a roof. And when they give you an estimate, like they did in the spring, it's only good for 6 months. If they wait until next spring, guess what the price is going to be? So our being slow on the processing of something that should be stamped immediately is causing thousands of dollars against our residents. Same thing with Forest Ridge. They had a bunch of roofs done by a reputable company, and so the same company comes back, same property, same buildings, same roof, same company, put it on the bottom. And so that's why I went in and talked to them. What's the process? What's taking so long on those kind of things? That should be an easy thing.
But, and I checked on the ones you're talking about, those were 2 weeks old. And they didn't have the addresses right on the permits.
I don't care if it was yesterday.
No, that's important.
Because they have to turn it over to the county, to the township.
That's right.
And over 40% of them are incorrectly written.
Yes.
I don't, I've heard all it's a bunch of excuses. 5 months later, and we're still 8 weeks behind, that's a bunch of baloney. And what are you going to say to your residents when we get to winter and it starts snowing and no roofs can be done?
I've got 678 units in mine,
so
and they're
since
all
we're making
having
money, why don't we hire 2 people? Why don't we hire 3 people? Why don't we get more people answering the phone?
And as I said, I think what Mike has said is getting the people is the problem too.
Well, you know what? We've had 5 months to find someone.
Jeff, like I just said, we haven't said, oh, we're not gonna spend a nickel because we don't wanna spend a nickel, we wanna save it for like tomorrow. We said that go ahead, we told them. But,
I agree.
you know, if there's, like, as some of the people pointed out, you know, there's a job shortage out there too with people that are you just can't have like a dentist go over there and say I'm a roofer. You know, I mean, you have to get the people. And I mean, if we can find the people, we can spend the money.
But
And I
Mike,
don't
there's
think there's,
part of the
wait, Jeff,
job-
just let me finish one
Okay,
thing.
you're
I
right.
don't think there's one person here that disagrees with, we would love to have this on a fast track. Every one of us would get less phone calls and less headaches and get it done. I think we're all on the same page. It's just that it might be, if it's, could, I mean, I would love to run a 4-minute mile, but I'm a senior. I don't think I can handle it right now. You just can't get some of this stuff done in a day. In a day. Last night, I get what you're saying. The house next door to me has got like $100 and some $1,000 roof going on. They were there from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. It was dark. I mean, they had the car lights on because it gets dark at about 6. So the roofers are working as fast as they can too because they're going from house to house to house. So I think everybody is under a employee and a time restraint. Like you said, everybody wants to get their roofs done. And so, I mean, it's not like we're doing this on purpose. I think everybody wants to get it done. And we already told the city, if you can hire people, Frank, we'll pay for it. But find them. But they're hard to find.
Exactly. But some of it, if there's an address thing, that's a phone call that you do not need a skill set for.
Yeah.
And so we've had, last meeting, someone came here who has a construction background and said, I'll volunteer to do it. And other people have contacted me and said they'd volunteer to do it too. I'm not saying that, but the process, if we have not learned something over 5 months, that's not good enough. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And that's my opinion. Everyone here can have a different opinion. My opinion is we're failing our residents. And so I'm not mad at anyone in this room.
It's not a matter of being mad. It's just, you know.
I'm not mad, but I'm concerned about it because there's not a day that goes by that I do not have someone talk to me about it.
I'm the same way, and I've
I know.
had the conversation with the staff, you know, and we're trying to find people and trying to automate it. It's just not going to, putting a new system in now is not going to change the problem. That's the problem.
Start a bigger one.
All right, let's move along here. Where are we at? Water and sewer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report.
Okay. Business and economic development, Nolan McKee.
Nice one.
Good job.
I'd just like to say thank you to the rec department. The farmer's market is done for the year now, but the work that they did, and there's a lot of volunteers and groups that help out with farmer's market, and I think they had a wonderful year, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that had anything to do with the farmer's market this year.
Great.
And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Great.
Mayor?
Okay, but
Before we get off that.
Yeah.
I was wondering, because I had some people talk to me about maybe starting up an advisory board with like a mix of maybe city people to be like on a business and economic advisory board, like a group of citizens, you know, like maybe somebody from the chamber, maybe somebody from here, maybe a couple of residents, you know, to actually work, and then maybe each month, that board or the chamber or something could have, like maybe one does it one Tuesday and one does it another, come in here and give us updates on things that we could do better in the city. And I just thought, you know, we have different library boards and the police, you know, board and other boards. Maybe, and I thought maybe we had one in the past. I can't,
sure, we did.
I mean, like, you know, it's over
I
20 years.
served on it for 9 years.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, maybe we should think
Dan-
about
Dan was involved.
reinstituting.
It got dissolved 2 years ago.
yeah, Dan was involved in the original one, so.
Yeah, so maybe, I mean, since you guys are on the board, maybe you can say what it does, but I think it would be a good idea to maybe reinstitute it because, you know, as we try to expand, you know, some of the things in the city, and the chamber people always have great ideas.
Well,
You know, maybe we could do something, you know, you
especially
could
now
appoint a
since
few
we've
people
added a
and
new
figure it
economic
out.
development coordinator, so maybe it's the time to look at it, so
Yeah.
glad to do it.
You know,
Okay,
it's easy fix.
all right. Cable TV,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
old business?
Mayor? Yeah, I think the city should set up a fund for eyeglasses for people that, in this committee that might need some glasses. Being facetious.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
I want to like bring it down a notch.
Oh, for good back. Just give them glasses. No, okay. All right, any citizens wish to ask questions about tonight? If not, new business? Motion to resource an executive session for the purpose of discussing the purchase or lease of real property and the use of public
Second.
property pursuant to Section 2C5 Open Meetings Act. Someone make the motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vote, we back.
Tomorrow? Sure.
Recess into executive session at 7:45. 7:45.
Session,
Yeah, what's up? Oh, for me, I went to St. Alexander. So, yeah. They mentioned it when I mentioned, I think when I became clerk, like real clerk, they brought it up. It was in the article, but yeah. I was in 1996. Isn't that funny? When I was in 8th grade. Isn't that funny? Oh, of course. It's already, I mean, it has been shared, but it's funny. Yeah, it is fun. I'm still friends with the lady who was city clerk at the time.
No, I agree with you, Mike.
Yeah, packets here.
Resume regular session at 7:55.
You got everybody? Okay, make a motion, we need a motion to reconvene the executive meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, I need, looking for a motion to purchase the property at 12313 South 71st Court in the amount of $521,625,000.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Key, seconded by Alderman McGovern. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Just so the public knows, the intention is to probably just lease this property to somebody, or no, there's no intention to tear this down and, make a parking lot out of it. this is a property, it's in a situation where I think ultimately the city can use this for long-term benefit, and as it came due, it was an opportunity, it was brought to us, and I didn't think we could pass it up, so, and going from there. That being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, guys. Long day.
Meeting ended at 7:55.